We're about halfway into the year now, and I feel like it's time for a mid-year reset. If you are watching this and you have kind of forgotten about your New Year's resolutions, maybe gotten off track with your routine, feel like you're all over the place and just need to get things back in order, this is the perfect video for you to watch right now. I got back from a trip yesterday and I was gone for 2 weeks, and I came back to my room looking messier than I've seen it since I was probably like 12. Even just walking into my room, because it's all messy from when I was packing, I feel so cluttered and disorganized, and like I need to take care of this right now. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do a whole life reset, basically get completely back onto routine. Things like cleaning, maybe some self-care and stuff, but also kind of doing some reflecting on the 6 months that have just passed and thinking about goals that I might want to either alter or add to my New Year's resolutions. I feel like the only way I can start this off is by cleaning, because right now I feel like I can't do anything else. This is where I was starting with my room, but the first thing I always like to do before starting to clean is turn on a good playlist. It gets the vibe so good. It honestly makes it more of a relaxing experience. So my favorite way to clean my room is going section by section. So I started over here where all my clothes were all over the dresser, and these were all clean. They were just things I was pulling out, trying to decide what to bring on my trip. So I kind of hung up some of my hanging clothes, put them on hangers, and then went through and folded my laundry that needed to be folded. After putting away all of my clothes, I moved on to my vanity area. I had some unpacking to do still from my trip, so this was my makeup bag from the trip. I put it all away and also wiped off some of my makeup to kind of clean them. Clean, and it literally feels so much better. It's such a huge improvement. Now it's time to look at my goals from the year. I set up a page at the beginning of the year in my Notion for my goals. I kind of showed more of that in my New Year videos if you want to go see exactly how I did that. But I'm going to go in there, I'm going to look at what my goals were, what my New Year's resolutions are, see how I've been doing. So here is my Notion homepage. This is where I have the links to all of my other pages. Here is my goals page with my yearly goals. I haven't checked in here in a while, so I'm going to update them with if I've accomplished any. I'm not sure. First one is read 24 books, which is in progress. That one's good, and I've actually been doing good with that goal. Practice languages 5 days a week. Ugh. This one I actually have not been super good about keeping up with, unfortunately. It was one that I really wanted to be consistent about, but I think 5 days a week, it's just been too much. So I don't know if I should decrease this to like 3 times a week to make it a little bit more realistic for myself, and then see if I can keep up with that, and then maybe I can extend it if that's going well. Open a new credit card. I actually did open a new credit card. I know this probably seems so silly, but I've been wanting to just work more on like my finances and being smart about like investing, opening a high yield savings account. I wanted to open a new credit card, and I did open a new credit card. So stick to my morning and night routines. Such a general one. I'm pretty good about that most days. Wow, I actually kind of forgot about this one, so this is important, but I feel like I've actually done it, whether I realized it or not. But I really wanted to learn one new skill each month. I think like in January I really wanted to learn like Final Cut Pro, and I did learn it, and I switched over from using iMovie to using Final Cut Pro. And there was a few other things, and I'm glad I'm rereading this now because I'm like reminding myself of it. But like I said, I kind of actually have been doing this, but I definitely could be more intentional about it. This was something I wanted to do so bad this year. I've been wanting to do it for years, taking a cross-country van trip, but I didn't take a van trip. I decided instead of doing a van build and a van trip this year that I was gonna do a international trip. So that's what I just did. So I didn't do this, and it's not gonna happen this year anymore. Probably it was gonna be a summer thing, but I'm not mad about it. It didn't work out like that. I changed my mind about what I wanted to do this year and about what was gonna be feasible. So this is just one that's not, like, I know it's not gonna happen this year. Next is get a passport. That was another like kind of easy to just like get it done thing, but I did get my passport, and so that's exciting. So we can check that off. Work out 5 days a week. That's a general one. I actually have been really consistent with working out. This one, I really was not sure like when or if it was gonna happen, but I hit 100,000 subscribers a few days ago. I seriously cannot believe it, because I remember writing this at the start of the year and being like, I don't know if this is gonna happen. So really excited to say that I can check that off. Apply to 52 jobs. I haven't been super consistent with applying to jobs. This is one I need to like also kind of refresh myself on, along with learning one new skill. Oh, open an Amazon storefront. So random, but I wanted to open an Amazon storefront. Like I wanted to make one, and I did. So there we go. I can check that off. Make an LLC. I did make an LLC, so I can check that off as well. Start a podcast. I am in the process of doing that right now. I did buy all of the equipment for my podcast. I've been really working on like the branding and stuff. I have lots of ideas. I'm wanting to start it this month, so that one I'm still gonna say in progress, but we're working on it. I'm feeling pretty good about this, and I really encourage you to revisit your New Year's resolutions and your goals, because like I said, I kind of forgot what mine even were.
For my mid-year reset, I really wanted to run a few errands to pick up some things I'd been needing. I started by going to Target to pick up a few new books, and I also went to the grocery store, picked up some flowers, lots of fruits and vegetables, and also the ingredients for minestrone soup because I'd really been craving it.
Things I want to do is a workout, because I haven't done an actual workout in like 2 weeks other than just walking a bunch. I am gonna do a Pamela Reith butt workout because her butt workouts are just the best. This is her 12-minute grow your booty, not your thighs workout. Lunch, got my water. I'm about to take what I call a little detox bath, which is basically a bath filled with bentonite clay, and I kind of just do some deep cleansing things. I like doing these every once in a while because they feel so good. You just feel rejuvenated after. Got my replica bubble bath candle. I have some crystals. Also have my Be Lucia wellness candle. Love these things so much. So this little bath recipe, the first ingredient is some bentonite clay. This one is the Heritage Store. It will make your bath kind of like brown, but this stuff does wonders for your skin and your body. I also add in some magnesium bath salts as well. Just a perfect mixture, and this is great for like relaxing sore muscles. It has so many benefits as well. I also like to add in like a little scoop of coconut oil into my baths because it makes your skin so soft. It basically just disperses into the whole bath, and when you get out, it's like you already have a completely like moisturized body, so it's amazing. This is the Nutiva organic virgin coconut oil, and I also love adding in a few drops of lavender essential oil for some aromatherapy. It makes it so relaxing and calming. all know how important it is to drink water, but what's equally as important as just drinking water is drinking clean and pure water, which is why I'm so excited to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, Aquasana. I really started going down a rabbit hole about clean water a few years ago when I started hearing about all of the crazy things that are in the water that we drink. And even though I have city water that comes to my house and I think of it as being clean, it has a lot of things in it that I don't necessarily want to be drinking. If you drink water from plastic water bottles, there are tons of microplastics in that. But even if you don't, there are microplastics in your tap water. So using a water filter that can filter out microplastics among many other things will help you so much. And all filters are not created equally. You really have to do your research about what each filter is actually filtering out, if the water filter is keeping the good minerals that's in the water, which is why I'm so pleased with Aquasana because they just check all the boxes. I've recently been using their clean water machine and it has been incredible. One of the main things that I love about this water filter is the fact that it looks so sleek and streamlined. It's not this huge eyesore on my counter, but it quickly brings me clean water whenever I want it. I use it to make tea. I use it obviously just drink my water every day. I even use it for cooking when the water isn't going to be discarded. Like if I'm going to make a soup and I want good filtered water for it, I use that. The other main thing that is really important to me in a water filter, and I'm so happy that Aquasana is conscious about, is the fact that it retains the good minerals in your water. It can be so easy for a water filter to just filter out absolutely everything and you no longer have things like magnesium, calcium, good minerals that your body needs and that are naturally occurring in the water. So if the water filter filters out all of those good trace minerals, that kind of leads to another issue and you could have mineral deficiencies. This setup was also so incredibly easy. I was honestly a little bit intimidated about it at first. I wasn't sure how complicated it would be, but it's so simple and I feel really good knowing that I'm not drinking lead and PFOAs, tons of microplastics in my water. You can scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link in my description to check out Aquasana and get 55% off of all their systems that are $49 and up, plus free shipping. Again, thank you so much to Aquasana for sponsoring this video. I couldn't be more pleased with my product. Next, I really want to do some journaling to reflect on the previous 6 months and also kind of plan for the next 6 months. Something else that I thought would be really fun would be actually kind of going through my vision board, seeing where I'm at with it, and then looking through Pinterest and adding to my 2024 like Pinterest vision board with some new updated things, because inevitably as we go through our life, we change. Maybe we want new things or new things come into our lives that can potentially hone the focus or scope of our goals. Let's take a look at the good old vision board. I've had this in my office just sitting against the wall. I've been seeing it every single day. Every time I look at it, it makes me so happy because all of these things just like, excite me so much. So I honestly think that making a physical vision board this year was such a good decision. So I kind of made this vision board where over here was like the start of the year and then this was like summer and this is kind of like winter. I don't know, that's how I kind of just thought about it. So I had a lot of pictures of like journaling, Pilates, and I definitely did a lot of that in the first few months of the year. This is kind of the summer stuff. I did make a scrapbook and I went to a lantern festival, which I wanted to do so bad. And I just took a trip where I was on the beach. I had a cute little beach bag that looked really similar to that. I was in the sea. I was wearing cute bikinis, so this feels pretty accurate. Down here, again, it does get a little off because I decided not to do a van trip. These were pictures of like a van I wanted to build, but I just didn't do that this year and I'm not upset about it. They just aren't necessarily applicable to me right now. I did just hit 100K on YouTube, which is a huge achievement. So this one I did somehow complete. This is because I want a new car. I haven't got a new car since 6 years ago, which is really weird to think about. I'm honestly not sure if I will get a new car this year. I feel like if I did, it would honestly be towards the end of the year, but it was kind of just like, it would be nice. It's not like I'm like crazy for it. My car gets me around. She's good. She's old. Do I have a 2005 Toyota Camry? I love her. She has like over 200,000 miles on her. She's great, but a new car would be nice. You know what I mean? I feel like I've had lots of days where I'm just like chilling, eating my little breakfast bowls and journaling, so that's totally been accurate. This, I feel like I just was having that vibe because I was at the airport and I was traveling. These are kind of towards the end of the year ones because this is like a ski trip and I've been reading so many books. Literally, I did not have nearly this many books at the start of the year, but at this point, there's just a whole stack of books on the floor over there. And in my room, I have so many books. Like I ran out of space in my room to put my books, so I had to start just putting them in a stack on the floor. So whether I was conscious of it or not, this thing has been impacting me because I see it every day and I'm like, I want to do those things. I'm gonna make it happen? How am I gonna make it happen? And then I do it. I feel like I do want to go onto my Pinterest board and kind of add a few new things, expand the scope of my goals a little bit, because I feel like 6 months in, I'm already kind of achieving them.
After scrolling through Pinterest for a while, I decided to do some journaling. Found this mid-year check-in journal prompts page. The reflective journal prompts for the past 6 months that I did were: what are you most proud of? What has been your biggest lesson? Where do you focus most of your time and effort? What are 3 things you want to change? And what are 3 things you want to keep doing? And then there were some that were planning journal prompts for the next 6 months. So the ones I chose were: what are 3 things that you want to accomplish? Where do you want to focus your time? What are 3 things that you want to work on? And it said, how will achieving your goals impact your life? But I actually just wrote how I will achieve each one. These were such great journal prompts. I totally recommend trying them out. It allows you to be really introspective and not only reflect on the past and think about your year so far, but also get critical on what you actually want to accomplish and what you want the rest of your year to look like.
New books for summer. I've read all of the books that I currently have. So the new nonfiction book that I just bought yesterday is The Creative Act, A Way of Being. Cannot wait to read this book. I have been wanting to get it for so long now. So this will be my next nonfiction read, just in case you want some like book recommendations. Then I have 2 just like fun fiction reads. This one of Us is Lying, and The Summer Broken Rules. Also The Plague. I've been wanting to read this one as well. This is the most recent book that I was reading, The Power of Now. I also just got The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and I'm so excited about that. But this was the most recent book that I was reading, and I actually just had a teeny bit left of this book, so I read a few pages earlier, and after not reading for the past 2 to 3 weeks while I was like getting ready for my trip and going on the trips, I was just immediately reminded of why I love reading so much and why it makes such a big impact on my life, especially these type of books, the nonfiction books that are kind of geared towards helping yourself in some way. Hello. Hello, baby. Aww. Hi, my little babies. Oh my god, they're so cute. Hi. I just fed them dinner and came up here, and Bella, every time she eats, she rubs her face like that because she feels like she has food on her face. I don't think she actually does. She just feels like she's like messy and she needs to like wipe her face. So she's a little princess. I love you. You're so cute. Anyways, what's been so great for me with reading these nonfiction books is just having this input into my life every single day. Instead of just like meditating once and then not really doing it again, or like reading one book and then not reading again. It's kind of like you get the information and it starts setting you on the right path, but then you kind of just like forget about it if you don't continually get that input in your life. And that's true for so many things. So when I read things like this every day and I'm having that input every single day, or like I'm meditating every day, I'm continually resetting myself back to my neutral, peaceful state. I'm getting those reminders and I'm instantly brought back to a good headspace. He's literally just staring at me. Hello. Also have a Pinterest board of like some books I see that I kind of just want to buy and eventually read. So I'll share with you a few of those that I have on there right now. There's this one book called The Perfectionist's Guide to Losing Control. Really want to read 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. Really want to read that. It'll probably be like my next read after this one. The Mountain Is You. That's an iconic book that I definitely want to read as well. If you have any more book recommendations along the kind of nonfiction like self-help vibe, I would love to hear them if you want to comment them so we can all just work on improving ourselves. I'm editing this video right now and I just realized that I somehow never filmed an outro. So thank you so much for watching this video. I honestly had a lot of fun filming it, and I think it's really exciting to like look at your goals, think about them. It's a good feeling to accomplish goals as well. So really urge you to do a little mid-year reset of your own, because I really felt like this was so helpful. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment this emoji if you watched all the way up until this point, and if you did, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Also, I will be having a more formal 100,000 subscribers moment in an upcoming vlog. But I do just want to say a quick thank you so much for supporting me, for watching my videos, for commenting on my videos. It really means the world to me, and I feel like this little community that we've created is just like the most amazing thing in the entire world. I'm so grateful and so happy about it. So thank you so much. Follow your dreams, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.